Shamshida, Shamshida,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
start the class,
One
start
second,
the
sir.
session.
One second, sir. So, hello everybody. I welcome all the participants and Professor Sachindra Narayan, sir, in today's webinar. Today is the valedictory of the webinar.
Your voice is not clear.
I welcome all the participants and Professor Sachindra Narayan, sir. Welcome to everybody. Good evening. And it's a pleasure to see all of you today here. And I request Professor Sachindra Narayan, sir, to start the webinar today.
Thank you, Shamshida. Thank you very much. And I welcome all the participants. Though the name is only of four is names are visible. So I am very much thankful to all the participants who came to know about the pollution of water, pollution of air, and Gandhi, Gandhiji, different dimensions of Gandhiji. We shared with you. Our experts also shared with you. I tried. Society for Empowerment tried its best to provide the top experts on the subject. I think you enjoyed the experts' views which they shared with you, and if you have any queries, even after today, you are most welcome. You have our mail ID, mobile number. You can give a ring and you can ask questions. You are most welcome. It's not that this society will not interact with you because your course is over. It's not that. We will interact with you whatsoever queries you have or whatsoever you want to know, even those subject which has not been taken up in this program. So young people, you have to see the world, you have to serve your subject, discipline subject, and you have to face more accurate, more problem of water and air. These two issues are the global issue which concerns everybody, and I think more and more researches are being done to make these available to human being, but I am not sure whether the population of the globe would be able to get safe air and safe water. You all are anthropologists, so it concerns more to anthropologists because we are more concerned for human being. Anthropology is the science of man, which studies man in its totality. So if man is not perfect, you have to give prescription, and your prescription will have holistic approach. Whereas the other sciences, which physics, chemistry, biology, natural sciences like ecology, environment, a part approach of their subject, not the holistic approach. It is only anthropology which has the holistic approach. That's why anthropologists are these days more in demands. And by the time you mature, I'm sure your subject will also grow and the demand will also grow. Would you like to share your experiences of training, whether you liked all those things which were uh, made available to you, or you want something more? If you have any suggestions, you are free to make suggestions so that we can, society can improve itself in designing other courses suiting to the needs of the people. Society for Empowerment thought that these two components are very, very essential for survival of any human being, and that too with Gandhian perspectives. That's why we discussed Gandhiji yesterday, and Gandhiji is always with us to suggest the solution of the problems. So you are free to ask any question, any doubt which you have. If you have any doubt, oh, Mr. Pancho, you are welcome. You are most welcome. How are you? Can you hear me? Pancho,
Mr. Poncho,
can
Hello,
you
good
hear
evening.
me?
Hello,
Good
good
evening.
evening.
hello.
Very
Hear
good. Good
you.
evening.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Namaste.
Good
Mr.
evening.
Poncho,
Namaste. Namaste. So,
Namaste.
namaste. Say namaste. Like this, you say namaste. Pancho, you should say like this, namaste. The participants are here, you know. They are waiting for you to hear from you. You have to give the valedictory address. So you can, are you ready to give the address? Are you ready to address us? Are you ready to address us? Please. Are you getting me?
sir, are you ready to address? Sir, are you ready to address
Okay.
today's webinar, sir?
Okay. Okay, can I start?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you can start. Please start.
Yeah, I hope you can.
You are most
Okay.
welcome. You
I
are
hope you
most
can. You
welcome.
can.
Society welcomes you. And Mr. Pancho is a well-known activist, Gandhian activist. He is working in Mexico and Latin America. You share some of your experiences which you had, which you did with the songs and other activities with the youth of Mexico and Latin America. So all the participants are young, so they would like to hear your experiment,
Mr. Poncho is
discussion
also a
laboratory.
anthropologist and he's a very good philosopher also. I read about you, sir.
Okay. Hello. I hope you can. You can hear me.
Yes.
Okay.
Sir.
I'll start. Okay. There's some noise in the background.
Yes. What is
Maybe
this noise?
I will start. Yeah. Well. Okay, well,
Would you please pick up your microphone?
it's a pleasure. Oh, okay. I hope you listen to me right now. Hello,
So yeah,
greetings, Mexico. My name is Poncho. As Naraya has mentioned, I'm an activist and trainer of non-violent and violent and Gandhian thought, Gandhian philosophy here in Latin America. We've been really close to many Gandhian movements and non-violent groups all over the continent. So I wanna share a little bit about how uh, some resources has been protected by communities and by some philosophy that has been related to nonviolence. In Latin America, uh, there are a huge amount of resources, especially with water. As you may know, the Amazon is the biggest and the largest river in the world, in the Amazonia. We have also many lakes and water resources are are huge. Really, Mexico, we have also a big amount of resources about energy, water, and so on. It has been happening is the communities, indigenous communities mainly, have protected all these resources for a long time. They have been organizing and taking care of these resources, not only natural resources, but as well as something artificial, like lakes, rivers, and kind of natural resources has a cultural value. It's meaningful not only as a natural resource, but also as a sacred being. Water, trees, mountains are seen as sacred for indigenous worldview, and they have been protecting the land for a while. Now, since the 90s, we've been witnessing an escalation of projects of development, like mining companies, like energy dams, and different projects that comes from economical interest that threaten these lands, that threaten water, that threaten land access, the territories of these indigenous communities that I was talking about has been damaged in many different ways. One of them is actually the lack of water. Uh, because of this different violence that they suffer, they are expelled from the territories using violence, using armed groups, using I don't know, changing laws and different ways that the companies and governments have implemented to withdraw the law and the traditional territories from their communities. So what has happened is, and here is I think the main point of this process of how Gandhi is present nowadays in our communities, how Gandhi and his message is present in these movements of land protection. It's how many movements have accepted nonviolence as a way for protecting their land. They are not resorting to violence, to confrontation with groups or against the government. They have been resilient in the communities. They are in peace building negotiations. They organize with the communities using their own traditional way of organizing as like the assembly, like consensus, like working with land and protecting the territories. So, and they organize themselves also in a very non-violent way, and these communities can be protected and considering these territories as part of a universal well-being. It's not only about the well-being of the community. They have been clear about the protection of the water, the protection of the land. It's not only because for a number of people, but for all of us. Take care of the environment, take care of the water, especially of the air, of the land. It's a benefit that will be for all humanity, not only for a few communities or for a few people. They have been clear that the fight and the struggle to protect the water and the land is a fight for the humanity. So I think Gandhi has mentioned like the importance of resources, the importance of life, an important concept and a philosophy back of all everything that is life. Uh, these indigenous communities in America and all over the world consider nature as sacred, consider a lake or a river as a being, as something like life that has to be respected. So I see these echoes in our communities, how they protect the territories in a nonviolent way. I feel
Just a,
that Gandhi
just a minute,
message is still
Pancho,
present,
just a minute.
and they even if they
I
don't
I
mention
request
Gandhi
you
at
I
all.
request you to stop for a minute. I request you to stop for a minute, just for a minute. Professor M.R. Gangadhar is chairman of anthropology department of Mysore University in India. He has just joined us, and all the participants. He has society is very much thankful to him for extending support in organizing this training program. So most welcome, Professor Gangadhar. We welcome you. Society welcomes
Thank you,
you.
sir. Thank you, sir. Good evening,
And
sir. Thank you.
now we are listening. Mr. Pancho, the presidential address, is giving the valedictory
Okay, sir.
address. Mr. Pancho is a Gandhian activist in Mexico and Latin America. He has done a lot of work on non-violence, and that he calls as social laboratory. We call it as a social laboratory. Okay, please go ahead, Mr. Pancho. कहाँ चले गए ये पांचो?
Sir, so Mr. Poncho,
Yes, Pancho, go ahead.
you can continue, sir.
Please continue your address. देखो क्या हुआ उनका श्याम सिद्धा.
Yeah, let me ask him.
Mr. Pancho.
He's
But-
saying he has problem with connections, so he'll join again.
Okay. So Mr. Pancho is a well-known Gandhian activist working in
Yes, sir.
Latin America
Hmm.
and
One second,
Mexico.
sir. One second, sir. I have a PPT of his that can give a good information about him. I have a PPT of his. Can I share that PPT on screen? Can I share that? Sir,
Ah,
can I share that PPT?
PPT.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
you can share the PPT. He has sent the PPT. You can share that.
Yes, I can share the PPT. It's a
Please
small
share.
PPT, I can share it. I will read it also. I will read it also. So this is the PPT that I have about Mr. Alfonso Poncho Hernandez. So let me go through the PPT. Alfonso Poncho Hernandez is a Mexico City-based activist, community organizer, philosopher, and anthropologist with more than 10 years of work with violence and peace building. He is an experienced trainer, and a conferencist, and he has delivered workshops, seminars, and conferences. He has delivered various workshops, seminars, and conferences in several universities in Mexico and in countries like India, Brazil, the Ecuador, and USA. His academic focus on the social responses to violence, civil resistance, and creative social movements in Latin America, and peace building through cultural practices in communities with high levels of violence in Mexico. Founder of several projects of peace building such as Escuela de Paz de Quito, the documentary, and Arte de la Paz, from which he initiated a global network of artists and activists for peace and justice called Creativers. He founded the organization called Global Unit Sumat Comse, a non-profit organization that carries out projects for peace education, violence prevention, community intervention, and sustainability in Mexico. And this is Mr. Poncho.
Shamsita, are we not getting connected with him?
So let me call him again.
Then we can do one thing, that we may request Professor Gangadharji to, if we are not getting connected, then let us listen Professor Gangadharji.
Okay,
Professor
sir.
Gangadharji, please.
Sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Please go ahead.
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
He is talking. Shall I start, sir?
Yes, you can start.
Okay. Good evening to one and all. Respected Professor S. Narayan, sir, Chairman, Society for Empowerment, Dr. A.K. Pandey, retired IAS officer, Pancho from Mexico, Swayam Siddha Das, coordinator of this program, invitees, friends, and research scholars. I am indeed delighted to be present here to deliver the valedictory address of the first global training program on pollution, public health, Gandhi. I commend the Society for Empowerment for offering a very important global training program. I congratulate Professor S. Narayan and office bearers of the Society for Empowerment for successful completing first global training program. This type of program, training programs, is the need of the hour. Friends, it is said that India is the worst affected by pollution in the world, and the rising crisis caused by such pollution is getting intensified on a day-to-day basis across the country. The lethal effects of air pollution, combined with every increasing and multiplying menace arising out of global warming and climate change, are dangerously compromising the right to life, which is the basis of all other rights and entitlements with humans enjoy and often expand to make life more meaningful and fulfilling. As the world gets hotter and more crowded, our engines continues to pump our out dirty emissions, and half the world has no access to clean fuels or technology. A very air we breathe is growing dangerously polluted. One out of 10 people now breathe polluted air, which kills 7 million people every year. The health effects of pollutions are very serious. One third of deaths from stroke, lung cancer, and heart diseases are due to air pollution. Air pollution is hard to escape no matter how rich an area you live in. It is all around us. Microscopic pollutants in the air can slip past our body's defense, penetrating deep into our respiratory and circulatory system, damaging our lungs, heart, and brain. The grim indication of the future shape and shock that would completely overwhelm humanity if appropriate measures are not taken to keep the air free from pollution and contamination. The serious breathing crisis confronting humanity because of the carbon economy is not amenable to easy solution. In this context, it is instructive to know more than 100 years back, our Mahatma Gandhi had reflected on pollution more and stressed on the necessity to look at the issue of clean air from the integrated perspective. The integrated perspective of public health, freedom, and independence of India governance, economy, spirituality, and education. We required such integrated perspective to deal with the deadly menace of pollutions, have human to save human civilization and the planet Earth. It is fascinating to know that Gandhiji looked at Swaraj or independence of India not only from the perspective of Hindu-Muslim unity, abolition of untouchability, economic equality, women's empowerment, etc., but also from perspective of clean air and clean water. While addressing a meeting in Ahmedabad in 1918, he said that at the core of Swaraj remained clean water and grain. And it is educative to know that Mahatma Gandhi, while reflecting and analyzing the issue of air pollution since 1906, suggested so many solutions to deal with it. The most important was that he wanted to educate the school and college students about the value of clean air and the steps required to keep it clean. On 16th February 1916, while addressing the students in Madras, said that students in colleges knew nothing of fresh air or bright light and nothing of the real vigorous independence that come out of obedience to these laws. In an article, some reflection on education written by him states that every child, whether boy or girl, should learn the properties of pure air, clean water, and clean earth, and should also learn how to keep air, water, and earth pure or clean and know their benefits. What Mahatma Gandhi wrote in 1916 and 1932 constituted some aspect of environmental education which are of critical necessity to address not only growing the pollution, air pollution, but also rising level of ecological disasters and humanity in confronting, which is required in the 21st century world is the overreaching approach consisting of several perspectives woven about the public health, spirituality, governance, and education. I am confident that Society for Empowerment will become an education destination for millions of students. It is a goal well worth striving for. With this a few words, I express my sincere thanks to all the participants for your patience hearing. I am also thankful to Society for Empowerment for giving me this opportunity to share my views. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor Gangadhar Sahab. Uh, you are
Welcome, sir.
you are our uh, say you are strong pillar of this society, and you are supporting society. So the society acknowledges thanks for your support, and we
Welcome, sir.
hope the society hope that in future also we will be getting a support from you. If the
Definitely, sir.
participants, thank you. If participants wants to say something, you are free to say, express your views about the training. If you want to say something to reshape the training program, you are free to give your suggestion.
Let them talk 2 minutes about the program.
Yes.
Dr. Doreraj? Hello? Dr. Doreraj?
Hello.
Are you there?
Hello, sir.
You can say a few words about the program.
Hello.
How was the program?
Sir. Can I hear you,
Doreraj?
sir?
Yeah.
Hello.
You feel, yeah, you are audible. Dr. Doreraj, you are audible. You can share your views about the program. Galina?
She's not here.
Hello?
I am happy that I got an opportunity to participate in this program, sir. I personally felt that this 10 days program on pollution, Gandhi and Gandhi views on certain issues, it was enlightening and informative, sir. And it was useful indeed. Thank you so much, sir, for your this type of program. Definitely, it is very useful for us for in our future days to implement these things, because pollution, this is one of the major cause. We have to avoid the pollution. Then only it is possible to prosper our country, sir. Definitely, this is a very good topic, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you once again. I thank to Professor Narayan, sir, and also our guide, beloved guide, Professor Emma Gangadhar, sir, because he also directed me to join this course because I didn't get any information, sir. Sir only told to join like to this course. I thank once again, and I also thank to Swayam Siddha Das because she helped timely help and assistance. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, Galina, you can speak few words.
Galina is not here, sir.
She is not connected.
No, sir, she was connected.
I think there is a connectivity problem. Satish? Satish? Hello?
Satish is also not here.
I think there is some connectivity problem.
Maybe. Okay. Let it be because
Okay.
Mr. Pancho also got disconnected because of the connectivity problem. So this
Yes, sir.
connectivity sometimes it become a problem in conducting programs. But this is the way we have to accept it. So once again, I would like to thank you, Professor Gangadharji, and the
Welcome, sir.
participants of this training program. So thank you very much. And now
Welcome,
this
sir.
session is closed, and we will
Okay.
again start the session from 2nd of August.
Okay,
So,
sir. I will be in touch with you, and a few more candidates will join shortly.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good evening. Good night.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome.